My dentist cares about me.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster. At Columbus Family Dental, we care about you and your entire family. We're here to provide comprehensive, convenient care for you and your loved ones in a comfortable, laid-back environment. Whether you need braces for the kids or cosmetic work for yourself, we're here waiting for you. Call us today at 623-5559 to set up your no-pressure, free consultation to see if we're the right fit for you.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
To Markesan High School. Mike Johnson with you on this Friday night, along with Anthony Kinsey, my videographer, and Cale Zomer, my engineer, back at the 1430 studios. They are still tending to the injured Markesan player over on the far side of the field, and that is Caleb Stoll. A good sign there. He is sitting up now. He was on the turf, and he is now, since we've gone to break and come back, he is now actually sitting up, but they're still tending to him, and actually now looks like they're bringing the cart out there. So, oh my goodness, you just never want to see this. Let's hope it's nothing that would be too serious at this point. I don't even want to speculate because, again, I didn't really see what happened, and I didn't see it very clearly, being it was way over on the far side of the field. But they are bringing in a cart right now as they tend to Stoll. We have 6:47 to go in the opening quarter of play. And right now, Marshall, the visiting Marshall Cardinals at 3-0 on the year with a 6-0 lead over the Markesan Hornets. And you hear a nice hand right now as they got Caleb Stoll into the cart. And like I said, good sign that he's sitting up. And, they're going to take him off and take a look at him for further evaluation here. But Bryce Frank of Marshall returns the opening kickoff 77 yards, and that's how he got to this 6-0 score with now just under 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. But after the extended injury timeout, we're ready to go again, and it's going to be a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 for the Markesan Hornets from the Marshall 48-yard line with single wides left and right. Hayden Quaid under center and gives it up, and on first down, Micah Croft nowhere to go. Is there about 3 or 4 white jerseys there to greet him, including Devontae Holmes, the defensive tackle, and Kelby Peterson. He's also a D tackle. Those two just sandwiched around Micah Croft. That was a gain of only 1 yard on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9. Yeah, try and run against the big boys, and easier said than done. Good job defensively there by those two. Anyways, on 2nd and 9, the give, and that's Croft again straight ahead. And better job that time as he gets inside the 45, down near the 42-yard line. Let's burst that time up the middle.
We'll take it after a gain of 4 down to the 43-yard line. 3rd down and 5 for the Hornets with 5:33 and counting left in the opening frame. Well, just glad we're playing tonight, and even though the weather is maybe a little less than ideal, but hey, we're still playing football, and that's the good thing tonight. And on 3rd and 5, they'll keep it on the ground again, straight ahead, running, and looks like this is going to be close. Micah Croft very close to first down yardage. Let's see where they spot it, but I thought he had it actually. Let's see. There's the signal. He got a first down. He needed 5. He got about 5 and a few inches. Yeah, from what I was told here tonight, as far as the crowd goes, every player and coach was allowed to have up to 6 spectators in the stands. However, those spectators all must live in the same household as the coach or player. 1st and 10 now, Hornets driving on the Marshall 37-yard line, trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. And the give to Croc, and he stood up and pushed back. Boy, nothing happening that time. Looks like maybe a loss of a half a yard, so we'll call it 2nd and 11. Nice, the band is here tonight. How nice is that? The Markesan High School pep band under the direction of Tom Winkers, a good friend of mine, is here tonight. They're in the end zone to our right. And there's also a student section here in the end zone to our left. All right, 2nd and 10. Or a long 10. There's the toss to Croc. Right side 40, 35. Outside to the 30. And taken down near the marker. Kind of hard to see where it ends up. But again, he's very close to another first down. Bryce Frank on the stop. And let's see. If he doesn't have it, he's going to be darn close. He'll be within maybe a yard or so. Just under 4 minutes and counting left in the first quarter of play. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Ball's on the 28. 3rd and 1 for the Hornets on the Cardinal 28. And they'll give it up, and Croc pushed back, but did he get enough with forward progress?
Croc the ball carrier.
And even if he didn't, this is 4-down territory, but let's see. They did not signal yet, and no, he did not get it. It's going to be 4th and less than a yard. And obviously in this spot, like I said, you're going to go for it here. This is 4-down territory. 4th and inches. 4th and less than a yard for the Hornets inside the Marshall 28. As we approach the 3-minute mark and counting of this first quarter. And on this 4th down play, this is Quaid on the keeper. And breaks a tackle. He's got the first down as he dives inside the 25. Plenty of room to spare on the keeper. Ward making the tackle.
1st and 10 Hornets.
But a 1st and 10 now for Markesan. Boy, what an impressive drive this is turning into. With just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Right now it's 6-0 Marshall, but a 1st and 10 for the Hornets. And they've got the ball deep in Marshall territory at the Cardinal 23-yard line. And the Hornets break the huddle. And they'll put a single receiver wide to the left, 2 receivers wide to the right. And this is Quaid backing up, looking to throw. Launching it towards the end zone. It is incomplete. That one was intended for Jaden Walker towards the end zone on the left side. And that was pretty good defense out there. I don't know if the ball would have been caught inbounds, but that was great defense out there by Marshall's Cannon Siedschlag, a junior, 6'2", 175. He actually tipped it out of bounds and down to the carpet. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 for the Hornets from the Cardinal 23. And the give, this is to Blaze Graham's left side, inside the 20, cut back 15, breaks a tackle 10, breaks another tackle 5, touchdown Markesan! Blaze Graham's from 23 yards out. We've got a tie ball game, 6-6, with 2:09 to go in the first quarter of play. How about that? 23-yard touchdown run for Blaze Graham's. And he broke at least 2 tackles on that play, maybe 3. And now the Hornets, they're going to go for 2. In fact, they don't kick extra points. Everything is a 2-point try this season, at least for now. The toss to Grams. Can he do it again? He's upended. He dives. Did he get in? Yes, he did for the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion is good.
So with 2:09 to go first quarter, it's now 8-6 Markesan in front. Let's take a 1-minute break. Back after this on WBEV and DailyDodge.com.
If a new smile is what you're looking for, we have the answer for you. Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental, where we specialize in making people smile. We promise to take the time to get to know you so we can provide you with a custom plan to help you achieve the smile of your dreams. Our experienced team looks forward to hearing from you soon. Call us today at 623-5559.
Come to Columbus Family Dental. The people here are nice, and I trust them.
Did you know that we offer Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for doing things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card, setting up a direct deposit, and taking an e-statement. Every month is a new chance to qualify, and there's no penalty if you miss. Ask for Kasasa today. Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Please contact us for details.
.209 to go in the first quarter. Here's the ensuing kickoff. Ground ball. This is going to be taken by Frank at around the 22-yard line to the 25, and he will be smothered just shy of the 30 at around the 27, maybe the 28-yard line.
Stolen by the Hornets.
Game on here at Markesan High School. Mike Tronson with you on a Friday night, and we have 2:04 remaining in the opening quarter of play. It's now Markesan 8, Marshall 6. And Marshall going back to work offensively, still moving left to right. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from their own 28-yard line. An impressive scoring drive a few moments ago for the Hornets to take the lead in this game after Marshall had scored on the opening kickoff. Power I formation. Ward's under center on 1st and 10. And he gives it to the last man through, and boy, not much running room there. In fact, that's a loss of a yard on the play. Second and 11 coming up. Ball's right now at the 27-yard line. We had a driving rain at the start of the game. That has subsided. Same formation with single receivers left and right on 2nd and 11. And they give it to Frank. Frank off the left side out to about the 29, maybe the 30-yard line. So he's going to pick up close to 3 on the play. Yankee was there on the stop, among others, for the Hornets. We'll call it a gain of 3. 3rd down and 8 coming up for Marshall. As the clock continues to wind late first quarter, we're down to 65 seconds and counting. Been a good one so far. 8-6. Hornets right now with a 2-point lead over the visiting Cardinals, but a long way to go in this one. 3rd and 8. Marshall from its own 30-yard line. Ward's back under center, and before the ball's even snapped, we've got a flag, whistle and a flag. So we'll get the call, and it's going to be false start on Marshall. So that's going to back him up another 5 yards with just under a minute to play in the period. You know, Marshall, if you aren't aware this year, the Marshall Cardinals do not have a home game this year. And that is because they are not allowed to play any competitions at their home school because it's in Dane County. And the local ordinances in Dane County right now prohibit that. So Marshall, they truly are road warriors this entire season. 3rd and 13 coming up. With 3 receivers to the near side. Ward back to throw. Across the middle it is caught. And that is Denniston, and he's taken down at the 40-yard line. 15-yard pickup on the reception by Cole Denniston, the 5'11 junior, and he's got enough for a first down and then some. 15-yard pickup, and that's big for Marshall as they move the chains. 24 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Yeah, in fact, Marshall can't even have contact practice at home this year, so they have to couple of yards. Jaden Walker, wide receiver on offense. He plays a linebacker spot on defense. 6'1 sophomore, 165 pound. And made the nice stop there and limits the gain to 2. So it's 2nd and 8. We're just underway, second period. Mike Tronson here with Anthony Kinsey, my videographer, and Cale Zomer, my engineer, back at the nice, warm, comfortable WBEV studios tonight. 2nd and 8 from the 42. And Ward's going to give it to Frank. Frank through traffic, ahead across the 45, out to about the 47, almost maybe the 48. We'll see where they spot it. He's going to pick up about 5, maybe 6 on the play. Yeah, they'll mark it just shy of the 48, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Or a long 2 or a short 3. Take your pick. They're going to give us 2 over here, so there we go. Like I said, take your pick. It's a long 2 or a short 3. That's how we deal. That's the math in football. 10:41 to go, first half. We're calling it 3rd and 2. Ward surveying the defense with single wides left and right. That power eye again. They give it to the first man through. Play is blown dead. There's a flag. And did somebody move? Let's check it out. And it is a false start on Marshall. So somebody did move. And even my bad eyesight caught that. So there's hope yet for me. So it'll back the Cardinals up another 5. It'll be 3rd and 7 now with Marshall at its own 43-yard line. 8-6. Hornets on top of the Cardinals by a deuce. And on 3rd and 7, Ward will give it to Frank, and he is going to be stood up near the line of scrimmage. Boy, there were 3 blue jerseys there in a hurry to bring Frank down. It's 4th down. Looks like a punting situation here for the Marshall Cardinals. That Markesan defense coming up big on that and forcing the Cardinals to kick. I was talking about before the quarter break that Marshall, all their games this year are on the road. They can't even practice, do contact practices at home. They have to bus to Fall River every Wednesday, but they're still having a fine season to this point despite all the obstacles, that they've had to overcome. And anyways, a punting situation here. Frank's going to punt. Now he's going to run with it and gets the punt away, and he angles it towards the far side of the field. It's going to roll inside the 20 and be down there. And now a late flag comes out over on the far side of the field. We'll check that out for you. But really, when you think about it, not just what Marshall's had to endure, but what all these kids on both teams, all these coaches have had to endure, during 2020 and this COVID-affected season. And when you think about what they've had to overcome and what they've had to deal with, it's truly remarkable that they're out there playing and doing what they're doing. And that's, hats off to these kids, hats off to the coaches, these parents for, having to put up with this, I guess. I didn't see the call on the penalty. Do we get that, guys? They think it was a block in the back. I didn't see the call. Yep, it does. Okay, thank you. Got a good crew up here in the press box at Markesan, as always. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Markesan from the 34-yard line. Hornets have it at their own 34, moving left to right, second quarter, with 9:18 remaining until halftime. Anyways, on 1st and 10, there's a flag on the play. This is Quaid on the keeper. He's taken down. And again, that flag came flying out of there in an absolute hurry as the ball was snapped and Quaid was taken off. And we'll get our call on this one. That's a false start on Markesan. So that'll back him up 5. And we'll do it again. You're just waiting to get everything set. And I'm not sure. Now there's John Dunleavy out there barking at the official a little bit here. Let's see what we got. They marked the ball inside the 30, back around the 29-yard line. John Dunleavy, he's yelling at the official on the sideline there and was barking at the referee. I'm not exactly sure why, but he was giving him an earful out there. The ball's back at the 29. That's where it's going to be 1st and 15 for Markesan. Clock running again. We have 9 minutes left until intermission. Single wides left and right. And now they motion a man, but they keep it on the ground. Croft straight ahead running across the 30 out to about the 32. But, boy, not much after that. There was good defense again. Let's see, Hayden Nolden was there, the outside linebacker. Devontae Holmes, the defensive tackle, was there, among others. And a pickup of just a few. Maybe two. We'll call it 2nd and 13 as they mark the ball at the 31-yard line. On 2nd and long. Here's Quaid giving it to Croct and gets through a small hole, dives forward for another short gain. Kelby Peterson making the stop for Marshall. After a pickup of 2, it'll be 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
Ball now at the Markesan 33 with just under 8 minutes left in the half. Entertaining game thus far. We're glad you're with us on WBEV on the radio side or watching on the video stream, dailydodge.com. 8-6. Markesan leading Marshall by a pair. Here's Quaid back to throw on 3rd and long. Pressure coming, and he's going to be sacked. And getting in there was Kelby Peterson. Oh, my goodness, that was a locomotive coming down the tracks. His name was Kelby Peterson, and Quaid, nothing he could do. As they're going to mark this ball back at about the 25-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and about 19 after a loss of 8. Big sack for Peterson. And the clock continuing to run here, 7:03 and counting left until the end of the first half. It's 8-6. Marshall trailing Markesan by 2. Marshall had the 6-0 lead as they scored on a kickoff return to open the game by Bryce Frank, 77 yards. And then late in the first quarter, Markesan's Blaze Grams with a 23-yard touchdown run and a 2-point conversion to get the Hornets. The lead now, a timeout is called with 6:49 left to go in the first half, and we'll keep it right here. And again, remind you that, unless there are any changes, we've got more high school football coming up next week for you. And Wade Bates, my good friend and colleague Wade Bates, will be on the call on the dailydodge.com video stream next week, Saturday. Is that correct, Wade? Saturday, I believe. The 24th of October, as the Fall River Rio Rebels will travel to Johnson Creek. That game was switched from Fall River to Johnson Creek, and it's going to be played on Saturday now. Wade Bates will have it. 4 o'clock kickoff next week, Saturday. 3:45 pregame on the dailydodge.com video stream. All right, on 4th down, punting situation for Markesan. Booming punt, and Frank watches it go over his head. Take Markesan bounce down inside the 25. It'll be down at about the 24-yard line. How about that? What a punt by Brock Strax. Now, it helped that, the wind had died down. If there was a breeze, probably was at his back a little bit, but that's a heck of a kick. And Strax does Markesan a favor, and Marshall will start over 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line, moving right to left in the second quarter. We're scheduled to be back here on Friday night, October 30th, when Markesan is set to play Dodgeland. That game will be on the dailydodge.com video stream, and I believe also simulcast on WBEV, 7 o'clock kickoff with yours truly. Again, these schedules are all subject to change, folks, at any time. 1st and 10 Marshall from its own 24. They give it to Campos, and he pushes the pile forward for a couple. Oh, he's still on his feet, and out across the 30 goes the pile. My goodness, try and bring that guy down. Oh, that's some tough running. They gave it to Ramon Campos, the fullback, 6-foot sophomore, 185-pounder. And how about that guy? He got 6 yards out of that. It looked like he was going to get stuffed for maybe only a yard or two. That's a heck of a run. 2nd and about 4. We'll call it a gain of 6. Ball's just across the 30. 6 minutes to go. We're halfway through the second period. Still 8-6. Markesan on top of Marshall. And a good one so far. And here is the give. That's Bryce Frank, and he is going to be taken down after a gain of only about one. Jaden Walker and Blaze Grams were there defensively. Let's see. That's a gain of about 2, I guess. So we're going to call it third and a short 2. Ball now around the 33-yard line.
3rd and 2 Cardinals.
They'll line up single receivers to the left and to the right. Backs in the eye, Ward's under center with a wingback on the right. And that's on the ground. Is that Ward on the keeper, I believe?
Keeper.
Yep, keeper for Ward that time. Did he get enough? And he did. They're going to move the chains. Wasn't sure for just a second, but
10 Cardinals.
that'll move the chains, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Marshall. Clock continuing to run. We're now down to exactly 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 1st and 10 Cardinals from their own 35. This time 2 receivers line up on the near side. A couple receivers over on the right as well. Campos, the lone setback behind Ward. And Ward's back to throw. Now being flushed out of the pocket, being chased, throws on the run. It is incomplete. And boy, was there pressure coming. And boy, did Ward feel it, and he got out of there in a hurry, and he just had to release it. There was really nobody in the vicinity. That's just great pressure by the Markesan D, flushing Ward out of the pocket, and he had to get rid of it.
2nd 10 Cardinals.
It'll be 2nd and 10 now for Markesan, or for Marshall, I should say, from the 35-yard line. I guess it's, I was told it's homecoming week here at Markesan. They did a modified version of homecoming this week. How about that, huh? Hey, they found a way to get it done here. Congratulations. I'm sure the kids and everybody appreciated that. 2nd and 10 now. The toss goes to Frank. He goes to the right side. 35, cutback flag on the play, out to the 40 before he's taken down. We do have penalty laundry on the carpet. We'll check it out. Flags a-flying again.
Holding against.
And it was a holding call on the Cardinals. I think they're also, is it also like a senior night or a parents' night tonight too? And I understand why they're doing that here, because there's no guarantee there's additional home games. Yeah, and so, you know, I credit you guys here at Markesan for thinking of everything, because, you know what, we just have to appreciate every day we can be here. That's what the guys up here in the booth are saying, that's for sure. Yeah, hats off to these folks here at Markesan.
2nd and 20.
2nd and 20 now after that penalty. Ball's back at the 25-yard line. So Marshall going the wrong way. Ward back to throw.
Ward.
Throws off across the middle. It's incomplete off the hands of Seachlog. And that'll set up a 3rd down and 20 for the Cardinals with 4:13 remaining until halftime. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, if you're tuned into the broadcast tonight, send me an email and send me your name, where you're listening from or where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, and I'll give you a shout-out at halftime. The email address is ddsports@goodkarmabrands.com. That's ddsports@goodkarmabrands.com. 3rd and 20 for the Cardinals. Back of their own 25. Ward back to throw again. Dumps off a little screen. It's caught by Frank. He's to the 25. Breaks the tackle out near the 30. But taken down on the far side of the field is Bryce Frank after that reception. And not even close to the yardage needed. They were just dumping that off, trying to be safe with it, and I understand that. So it's 4th and long. In a punting situation, Bryce Frank will have to kick it away. Hayden Quaid's going to go back deep for Markesan with 4:04 to go in the first half. Right now it's Markesan 8, Marshall 6. And Frank back in punt formation. Takes the snap, running with it. He's going to run up the right sideline. It's a fake, and he is taken down out of bounds. Well shy of the sticks. So I'm not sure if that was by design. You know, he likes to run and do kind of one of those rugby-style punts when he kicks. And we've seen that a couple times tonight, but this time it must have been by design, because he started to run with it up the right sideline. He saw something, but Markesan was ready for it, and he did not pick up a first down, did Frank. So look at this. Great field position for the Hornets with just under 4 minutes remaining.
First and 10 Hornets.
In the first half, they lead this game 8-6, and now a first and 10 for Markesan from the Marshall 34-yard line with a couple receivers to the right, one to the left. Crocked behind Quaid. He's under center. Quaid on the keeper. Through a hole. Inside the 30. Inside the 25. Breaks the tackle. He's down to the 20. And down inside the 20 goes Hayden Quaid on the keeper. Broke a couple of tackles. Let's see where they mark it here. Around the 17. That's a 17-yard pickup. That's a great run on the keeper by Hayden Quaid. Hayden Quaid last week in the game with Cambridge, he rushed for 49 yards. I mean, we talked about the fact they don't, they haven't completed a pass yet this year, but boy, running game, certainly they've got a good 1-2 punch with Crocked and with Quaid. And the give to Crocked. Straight ahead running, not much happening.
Crocked the carrier.
I lost him in a sea of humanity. And there were jerseys everywhere there. 3:17 to go in the first half.
Second and 9.
That was a gain of only 1 on that play. 2nd and 9 coming up. And through the old field glasses here, the ball right now is at the 16 or just shy of the 15. 2nd and 9. Hornets driving from the 16-yard line of Marshall. And the give to Crott again, and boy, again, he tried to go straight up the heart of that Marshall defense, and there were defenders nearby ready to pounce. He was still able to get a couple.
3rd and 7.
We'll call it a gain of 2. It's now 3rd 7 from the 14-yard line. We're down to under 2.5 minutes remaining until intermission. 8-6. 2-point lead. Markesan trying to add to it right here. Here's 3rd and 7 for the Hornets on the Cardinal 14. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Crocked, the lone setback. He's going to take the toss. Flag in the play. Right side he goes. 10, 5, breaks the tackle. He's into the end zone for the touchdown, but will it stand? There's a flag on the play. Let's see. There's a flag. It's illegal shift on Markesan. So wipe that touchdown off the board. We saw the flag come out right away.
Indicated rule infraction, illegal shift.
And so that will negate what would have been a 14-yard touchdown. 2:06 remaining in the first half. Think about Markesan here, folks. I mean, they're 0-2 coming into this game. They really should have probably won the game last time when they played Cambridge. They lost by 1. And this is Markesan's 3rd game, and it's actually their 3rd different starting lineup. Because of COVID protocols, the Cardinals have not had the same players at the same positions all 3 weeks. In fact, they don't know who they're going to have in at practice day in and day out. Anyways, 3rd and 12 from the 19. Quaid back to throw. Little fade to the left side. It is incomplete. Out of bounds. That one was intended for Ryan Mast. Bryce Frank was out there in coverage. But yeah, I mean, right now, there are several players for Markesan who are quarantining because of COVID protocols. Not because they are necessarily sick with the virus, but because of contact tracing. They were, told that they were exposed to somebody who might have had it, so they have to quarantine. So here's, Markesan, they didn't even get to scrimmage. They were thrown into the fire against Lourdes the first week, played Cambridge last week, and now week 3, and they don't know who they're going to have night in and night out of practice because they've had guys in and out of the lineup, in and out of practice due to quarantine. All right, here's Quaid, back to throw. Pressure coming, he's going to be sacked. Once again, it's Kelby Peterson. Big number 71 in your living room there. Kelby Peterson with the big sack. And that is a huge play as the ball is going to go over on downs to Marshall. How about Peterson? He's come up big defensively in this game. Couple of big sacks in the game for number 71. Kelby Peterson, he is a senior. He's playing like a senior. 6 feet 4 inches, 245. He's a fine player. Defensive tackle. First and 10 for Marshall now from their own 28 with a $1:43 to go first half. Right now, Cardinals trailing by a deuce. And what do we got? Officials coming in, and what do we got, guys? They're still...
Cardinals lined up offsides.
Okay, well, yeah, so the penalty on Marshall is going to back him up 5 yards. My goodness. So penalties have hurt Marshall a little bit here in this first half on the last couple of drives. It's going to be first and 15. Cardinals now back at their own 23, and they have a $1:43 to work with. Marshall also has all 3 of its timeouts remaining. Markesan used one earlier. They have 2. And this is Ward bat to throw. Off his back foot. It is incomplete. He tried to hit Frank near the 40-yard line. Frank almost came up with it. Ryan Mass, the cornerback, was out there as the cover man. And I tell you what, he had to throw. He threw off his back foot. He didn't get a lot on it, and he still almost completed the pass. And now a flag. Oh, I didn't see the flag. That came out, and another penalty on Marshall. Was that a legal shift, guys, or was that? I got a hold. Thank you. Yeah, penalties all of a sudden starting to mount here a little bit on Marshall. Minute 37 to go in the half. And Markesan defense clapping as Marshall now faced with first in a country mile. The ball's back at the 10. They've got to get out to the 38-yard line. It's first and 28. And they'll keep it on the ground, will the Cardinals, and there's not much happening off the right side. Bryce Frank, the ball carrier. And now a timeout's being called by Markesan. This will be their second timeout of the half, and they'll have one remaining with a minute 31 left in the second quarter. Again, at halftime tonight, we'll give you a shout-out on the broadcast, so feel free to send an email to me. That email address is ddsports@goodkarmabrands.com. ddsports@goodkarmabrands.com. Send an email, and during halftime tonight, I'll be glad to give you a shout-out. Just give me your name, where you're tuning in from, who you're rooting for, and we'll be glad to give you a shout-out during our halftime proceedings tonight. Mike Tronson with you at Markesan High School. Anthony Kinsey is to my right. He's the videographer for the DailyDodge.com video stream. We apologize about some of the difficulties we had earlier. We've got those all long since taken care of. Cale Zomer is back at the 1430 WBEV studios on Bill McCullum Way in Beaver Dam, where it's nice and warm. He's engineering our radio broadcast. Second and 25 after a gain of about 3 on that last play. And up the middle running is Frank to the outside now. He's to the 25. He's to the 30. Breaks the tackle. Cutback. 35-40. Another cutback. 45 and out to the 50. What a run. Bryce Frank all the way up to midfield. He goes 37 yards on the run. And a first down for the Cardinals with a $1:21 left in the half. Cutback, broken tackle. 37 yards on the run, and the Cardinals are in business once again with a 1st and 10 on the midfield stripe. Boy, how's that for a big momentum builder if you're the Marshall offense? 1st and 10 now, Cardinals right on the 50. Trips to the right. Here's Ward under center. Back to throw. Pressure coming. He's sacked. Jaden Walker sacks Ward. Back at the 44-yard line, and boy, did he come barreling up the middle, and it looked like he was untouched. Came right into the backfield and got Ward and drops him for a loss. Now a timeout has been called by Marshall. Timeout, this is their first timeout, and that leaves them with 2 remaining and a $1:10 left in the first half of play. Marshall, after tonight's game, they are next in action a week from tonight, Friday, October 23rd, when they will visit Partyville for a 7 o'clock kick. And then in 2 weeks, on Friday night, October 30th, they'll be at Horicon Eustisford. That game's actually at Eustisford High School at 7 o'clock. Meanwhile, Markesan's upcoming schedule, they're scheduled to travel to Waterloo next Friday night, October 23rd at 7. And then 2 weeks from tonight, the Dodgeland Trojans will come to town and play a 7 o'clock kick here on Friday night, October 30th. We're scheduled to have that game on the dailydodge.com video stream on Friday night, October 30th. I'll have the play-by-play, 7 o'clock kick, pregame at 6:45. Game will also, I believe, be simulcast on WBEV unless something changes. 2nd and 16. After the set, Ward going to run with it. Walker takes him down. And boy, Jaden Walker all of a sudden playing like a man possessed. 6'1" sophomore. He's a sophomore. He's playing like a senior. Great defensive plays, I should say plural, by Walker. And it's going to bring up 3rd and long with the ball back of the 42. We're down to 38 seconds and counting left in the half. Here's Ward back. Pressure coming, dumps off a screen. It is incomplete. And they're fighting after, but that was an incomplete pass, I believe. Or are they saying live ball? Did they say it was a catch and a fumble? No. Okay. So it's 4th down. Marshall would have to punt it with 30 seconds remaining. There was a little confusion there. As
4th and 18.
It's 4th and 18 now, so it was not a catch and a fumble. It was just an incomplete pass. And so a punting situation. Frank will kick it. Markesan has nobody back deep. There's nobody back deep here to receive this punt. And it's a good one. And it's going to go all the way down inside the 10, and it's going to die at about the 8-yard line. And I would imagine with 20 seconds left, Markesan's going to take a knee. I'd imagine they'll just take a knee, and they'll be happy to go into halftime leading by 2 at 8-6. That is our score. Markesan 8, Marshall 6. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Now, we started this game with a bang. A 77-yard kickoff return. Markesan got its touchdown a little bit later in the first quarter, and then now here in the second quarter, there's been no scoring. But on first down, there's that knee I was talking about. And that will do it. As we're going to tick down to double zeros. What an entertaining first half of play. After 2 quarters here at Markesan High School, our score, the Hornets 8 and the Cardinals 6. Stay with us. We will take a 3-minute break. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll come back right after this on 1430 WBEV and dailydodge.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Did you know that we offer Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds and ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for doing things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card, setting up a direct deposit, and taking an e-statement. Every month is a new chance to qualify, and there's no penalty if you miss. Ask for Kasasa today. Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Please contact us for details.
As a locally owned bank, Farmers and Merchants Union Bank employees are involved with the community and make a positive impact. You'll see us helping at local events or serving with community organizations. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank is also proud to be a financial innovator, offering products and customer service to meet all your banking needs. With the latest in digital banking technology, we provide safe anytime access to your banking accounts on any mobile device. Check us out today at fmub.bank or stop into one of our 6 convenient locations. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamp, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Air Care in Beaver Dam has been trusted by customers for over 37 years. This is Chad Guzzi, owner of Air Care, and we want to keep you happy and comfortable. From our courteous office staff to the honest and dependable technician in your home, our reliable team is working hard to provide heating and cooling solutions for you. We proudly serve the entire Dodge County area and beyond. Let us create the comfort in your home that you deserve. Call us today at 920-356-8860.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
QBS Law in Beaver Dam and Mayville is a full-service local law firm. QBS's attorneys and skilled support staff are ready to serve all of your legal needs with a personal touch. QBS handles personal injury claims, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, business litigation cases, criminal, traffic and drunk driving cases, corporate and banking issues, real estate transactions, probate, estate planning, and more. Call QBS Law in Beaver Dam or Mayville or visit them online at qbslaw.com.
Markesan 8 and Marshall 6. And tonight's game brought to you by our video stream sponsors, Ergo Bank in Markesan and Columbus Family Dental. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, Bayside Supper Club, and Lidkey Motors. 8-6. That's right. 2-point lead for the Hornets over the Cardinals at halftime. Let's recap the first half for you. There were 2 scoring plays, in case you missed it. And Marshall scores right off the bat as Bryce Frank returns the opening kickoff 77 yards for a touchdown. The extra point was no good, but 11 seconds into the game, Marshall led it 6-0 just like that. But credit Markesan for hanging tough after that opening kickoff return, because they didn't allow another score the rest of the half. Markesan, their lone touchdown came with 2:09 to go in the first quarter when Blaze Grams ran it in from 23 yards out. Grams also ran in a 2-point conversion. That made our score 8-6. That was our score at the end of 1, and there was no scoring in the second quarter. So here we are at halftime with our tally, Markesan 8 and Marshall 6. I was given some first half individual stats for Markesan. It was Micah Croft, 12 rushes for 32 yards. Caleb Stoll, 2 rushes for 15. And Caleb Stoll was unfortunately taken off the field on a cart. We hope he's doing all right. Blaze Grams, 1 rush for 23 yards. That was the touchdown. Hayden Quaid, 7 rushes for -3 yards. Quaid's also 0 of 2 in the passing department. Meanwhile, on the Marshall Cardinals side, Craig Ward, 2 passes. He's completed 2 out of 6 passes for 20 yards. Ramon Campos, 2 rushes for 6 yards. Craig Ward, 4 rushes for -10. And Bryce Frank, 10 rushes for 55 yards on the evening. It was Cole Deniston with 1 catch for 15 yards for Marshall. So there you have it. Entertaining game, low scoring, started with a bang. Both defenses coming up big at times tonight. And this is a lot of fun. So here we are, halftime. It is 8-6. Marshall right now trailing on the road here at Markesan by a pair. We're going to take another 3-minute break. Let's take another 3-minute break. And as we go to break again, we want to once again remember and pay tribute to Dwayne Bart, Markesan Superintendent and Athletic Director, who passed away recently. Our heartfelt and most deepest sympathies go out to his family and friends and the Markesan community. Of course, our broadcast tonight is dedicated to our good friend and our teammate, Dwayne Bart. We're back after this.
My dentist cares about me.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster. At Columbus Family Dental, we care about you and your entire family. We're here to provide comprehensive, convenient care for you and your loved ones in a comfortable, laid-back environment. Whether you need braces for the kids or cosmetic work for yourself, we're here waiting for you. Call us today at 623-5559 to set up your no-pressure, free consultation to see if we're the right fit for you.
Did you know that we offer Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for doing things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card, setting up a direct deposit, and taking an e-statement. Every month is a new chance to qualify, and there's no penalty if you miss. Ask for Kasasa today. Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Please contact us for details.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Wisconsin high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a Wisconsin high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
QBS Law is located in Beaver Dam and Mayville. Make QBS Law your first call when you need help with personal injury claims, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, business litigation cases, criminal, traffic, and drunk driving cases, corporate and banking issues, real estate transactions, probate, estate planning, and more. When you need legal help, make QBS Law your first call. They've got your back. With offices in Beaver Dam and Mayville, visit QBSLaw.com.
As a locally owned bank, Farmers and Merchants Union Bank employees are involved with the community and make a positive impact. You'll see us helping at local events or serving with community organizations. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank is also proud to be a financial innovator, offering products and customer service to meet all your banking needs. With the latest in digital banking technology, we provide safe anytime access to your banking accounts on any mobile device. Check us out today at fmub.bank or stop into one of our 6 convenient locations. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're going to try this one and see if that one doesn't work. WBEVsports@hotmail.com. WBEVsports@hotmail.com. Let's try that one. And again, send me your name, where you're from, and who you're cheering for. We'll give you a shout out on the broadcast tonight. And we'll see if the second time is the charm with that one. And like I said, you know what? We talked about, in the first half, talking about how, these players and these coaches, look at how much they've had to overcome in this 2020 COVID-altered season. Well, hey, the same goes for broadcasters. And sometimes just in one night, the obstacles that we have to overcome. And you know what? It's part of the beast. It's just the nature of the beast. And so you know what? You learn to roll with the punches. And I have to admit, sometimes I get a little more frustrated than I probably should when things start to go south. But, well, this is my 24th year, so there isn't a whole lot that I haven't seen, folks. If I can be honest with you for a little bit, there isn't a whole heck of a lot that I haven't had to deal with since I started doing this in 1997 would have been. That was the first fall. But no, in all seriousness, I'm just glad that I can still get out here and do this right now in 2020. I want to thank, of course, Good Karma Brands for all their years of being so loyal and gracious to me and having me on the air as part of their team. So it's been a lot of fun over the years, that is for sure. Boy, I've had a lot of fun up here in Markesan over the years. I've done so many games up here. I was talking with acting athletic director Skip Laper before we went on the air tonight, and we were kind of reminiscing over the last almost 25 years or so about some of the coaches and great teams that they've had up here. And not just talking football, but we've got boys and girls basketball and baseball and what have you. I mean, there's been some really, really fun teams to cover up here over the years. They've had some great talent, great coaching staff and everything. And we got to give a shout out to Rich Slate in row 9. I was just handed, hey, who needs an email when you got pen and paper? Who needs email, right? We got it the old-fashioned way tonight. And so, yes, we're going to give you a shout out, Rich. Rich Slate is right down here in front of our broadcast area in row 9 from Markesan. Rich, thanks for doing that, buddy. That's awesome. He heard us from up here and says, who needs the email? We'll just walk it up to Mike Tronson, and we'll do it the old-fashioned way. So why not, huh?
Let's hear it for
That's
the
pretty
Hornet
cool.
Band.
But anyways, it's an 8-6 ball game with Markesan clinging to a 2-point lead at the break. All right, now some more emails are coming in here. Let's see what we got. Matt Yankee just sent me an email, and he says he is living and drinking the high life, listening to the radio and milking cows. He says it's great to hear my voice and see the game lights from the barn somewhat back to normalcy. Boy, I tell you what, Matt, isn't that the truth? Anything we can do right now for a little normalcy, that is for sure. Matt, thanks so much for sending the email. Let's see what else I get. Oh, Jared Fox of Columbus is checking in. He says, of course, he's got to cheer for the Columbus or the Marshall Cardinals, but the Columbus Cardinals too, right? Even though they're not playing. Jared, thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate you checking in. And let's see what else I got here. And another email here coming in. This person watching from home from Fairwater, rooting for the Markesan Hornets, is Kara Olson. Kara is an employee of the Markesan School District. Kara, thank you so much for checking in. And she wants to give a huge shout out again to the Markesan Hornets. She put a hashtag on here, Bark Strong. And isn't that the truth? Hashtag Bark Strong, hashtag Hornet Nation. Again, if you want to send me an email, wbevsports@hotmail.com, wbevsports@hotmail.com. And we've talked about it a few times tonight, but again, our most heartfelt sympathies to Dwayne Bark's family on his recent passing. But he'd be very proud, as any Markesan fan is right now, of the first half that the Hornets just played, as they've got an 8-6 lead over Marshall. I'll tell you what, let's take one more 2-minute break. One more 2-minute break, back for the second half after this on WBEV and DailyDodge.com.
Did you know that we offer Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for doing things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card, setting up a direct deposit, and taking an e-statement. Every month is a new chance to qualify, and there's no penalty if you miss. Ask for Kasasa today. Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Please contact us for details.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
QBS Law in Beaver Dam and Mayville is a full-service local law firm. QBS's attorneys and skilled support staff are ready to serve all of your legal needs with a personal touch. QBS handles personal injury claims, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, business litigation cases, criminal, traffic and drunk driving cases, corporate and banking issues, real estate transactions, probate, estate planning, and more. Call QBS Law in Beaver Dam or Mayville or visit them online at qbslaw.com.
As a locally owned bank, Farmers and Merchants Union Bank employees are involved with the community and make a positive impact. You'll see us helping at local events or serving with community organizations. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank is also proud to be a financial innovator, offering products and customer service to meet all your banking needs. With the latest in digital banking technology, we provide safe anytime access to your banking accounts on any mobile device. Check us out today at fmub.bank or stop into one of our 6 convenient locations. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we are back here at Markesan High School, getting you ready for the start of the second half. Markesan will receive the second half kickoff. They won the coin toss prior to the game. They deferred, so they will receive the opening kick of the second half. Nice to hear the Markesan pep band at halftime under the direction of my good friend Tom Winkers. Tom, he is one of the finest trumpet players I have ever heard, and he's always got a really, really good sounding band up here in Markesan. Great kids, a lot of talent. Tom does a great job. I get to play in community band in Beaver Dam with Tom in the summertime, and he is a heck of a trumpet player. Woo! That guy can blow that horn. Here we go. Second half getting underway. Marshall kicking off. Short end over end kick. It will bounce and be taken back near the 10. Strax to the 20. Left sideline 25. He's out across the 30, 35-yard line, or taken down just shy thereof. So Markesan going to go back to work offensively, leading by 2 at 8-6. And they're going to spot the ball. Let's see. We're at the 33-yard line. So it's 1st and 10, Markesan, from the 33-yard line as Quaid goes under center. And now they motion a man, and the give is that Croc. Let's see. Croc, the ball carrier, and he gets stood up and handled rather nicely. Kelby Peterson was there again. So was Devontae Holmes. So were about 3 or 4 white and red jerseys. That is no gain or loss on the play. 2nd and 10 as we're just underway in the second half. For those of you listening on the radio, Markesan moving left to right as I see it in period number 3. We got some more emails coming in. I'll get to those as time allows here in just a few moments. 2nd and 10. Quaid gives it up. And trying to go left side, Crocked again. And this time again, boy, there just wasn't much happening. Micah Crocked is a little slow to get up here. Let's see. He is grabbing onto, looks like he was grabbing onto his right leg, but let's see. Now the trainer is running out there. Let's hope he's okay as the trainers run out to take a look at Micah Crocked, who was not getting up right away. Let's see, got another email here. This is from Carrie Gilbert, watching from Centennial, Colorado. And she's cheering for her nephew, Bryce Frank. Go Cardinals, says Carrie Gilbert. Carrie, thank you very much for sending an email along, and I hope that all is well as we, again, they're tending to Crocked out there. I hope all is well with you and your family out in Colorado. Let's see what else we got here. We've got the Jeromes from Kingston tuning in tonight. Go Hornets, they say. Thanks for checking in. Let's see what else we got here. And, yeah, Jared Fox checking in, as I mentioned, down in Columbus, cheering for the Cardinals. And now, oh boy, they got crocked up, but it looks like he is going to need some help to get off the field. Oh boy. Yep, and Micah Croc slowly being helped off the field right now. Very gingerly walking back towards the side. Now a couple of his buddies are going to come out there and they're going to help him. And let's see, one more email here. How about this? Our engineer back at the studio, Cale Zomer, just sent me an email. He's got a hashtag here. It says hashtag Tronson Halftime Trombone Show. And he's trying to get that to go viral. He's been trying to do that since the season started. And one of these nights, I'm going to bring my trombone and sit in with a pep band. Now that surely will bring the ratings up on the radio because I won't be talking. I'll have to talk to Mr. Winkers and see if he can let me sit in some night with the pep band. Again, WBEVsports@hotmail.com. If you want to send me an email, we'll give you a shout out tonight. Opening minute of play as they help Micah Croc off the field. Let's hope he's okay. But anyways, it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Hornets from their own 33. In the toss, out to Mast, breaks one tackle. Here comes the cavalry, and he's going to be taken down actually by Craig Ward, who tried to get him initially, and it looked like Mast had escaped him, but then a second wave of defenders got there, and because Mast wasn't able to go anywhere, Ward was able to grab him from the ground and trip him up. Loss of a couple. 4th and 12. So that's a great defensive stand for Marshall to start this second half. They're only down by 2. It's 8-6. Markesan in front, but Marshall's going to get the ball and probably in some pretty decent field position here. Brock Strax to punt it away. High snap. Strax grabs it. Gets the kick away. Angles it towards the near side of the field. Very short kick. It'll bounce near the 50-yard line and out of bounds. That is not a very long kick. Let's see where they mark it, but that's only about a 21, maybe a 22-yard boot. And as I said, that's Marshall's in business now. Cardinals are going to have it 1st and 10 near midfield with 10:05 to go, third quarter. We've been stuck on this 8-6 score for quite a little while now. 1st and 10, Cardinals on their own 49, moving right to left for those of you on the radio side. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ward back to throw. Dumps it off right side, caught by Frank. 45, outside 40, breaks the tackle, 35-30. Cut back, he's to the 25-20, he could go. He's to the 10, 5, touchdown Marshall, 51 yards. Frank on the pass play takes it to the house from 51 yards out, and Marshall is back in front 12-8 with 9:52 to go here in the third. How about that? 51-yard touchdown pass from Ward. And now it appears that Marshall will go for 2. And why not?
2-point conversion.
That would make it a 14-8 ball game. So the 2-point conversion try here. And Ward surveys the defense under center. Now takes the snap back to throw. He does throw. It is incomplete. No good. He was trying to hit Denniston. Denniston was well covered. So with 9:52 to go, third quarter, it's now 12-8. Marshall on top. Let's take a 1-minute break. Back in 1 minute, WBEV and DailyDodge.com.
Did you know that we offer Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for doing things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card, setting up a direct deposit, and taking an e-statement. Every month is a new chance to qualify, and there's no penalty if you miss. Ask for Kasasa today. Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Please contact us for details.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Just like that, Marshall now in front, 12-8, after a 51-yard touchdown pass from Ward to Frank a moment ago. Here's the kickoff. And this is going to be taken by Strax back near the 15 to the 20, 25-30, up the middle, and out near the 34-yard line before he is brought down. Got another email here that just came in, and we've got Michael Lutz and the Trushinskis all cheering for Marshall. They're back at the Shed in Marshall. They say, go Cards. Thanks for checking in. Again, WBEVsports@hotmail.com is my email. Send me an email to WBEVsports@hotmail.com. Give me your name, where you're from, who you're cheering from. We will definitely try and give you a shout-out. 1st and 10. Markesan now from its own 34. Hornets find themselves trailing for the first time in a long time. And the ball carrier, that is Brock Strax. He went straight ahead, and the Marshall defense was having nothing. They were having none of that. So that is no gain or loss. 2nd and 10. Clock running, 9:20 to go, third quarter. Anthony, are you chilly? You cold? I put on several layers tonight. I am nice and toasty. It's been a while since I've had to dress like that. In layers. That's a good winter term. Dress in layers. 2nd and 10. And I've got all the layers on right now. Flag on the play. And that, boy, I tell you what, that was Quaid on the keeper, and he got smothered. And there's a flag that came in from the far side of the field. We'll check it out. Our officiating crew discussing things right now. False start.
Illegal formation on the Hornets.
Or illegal formation is what they're saying. So, 5-yard penalty with 8:59 remaining in the third quarter. It's going to push the Hornets back. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 14. The ball right now is on the 30. They've got to get out to the 34, or just past, to move the chains. So 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14 Hornets.
On 3rd and 14 for the Hornets from their own 30. They're going to pack it in fairly tight. There is one receiver wide to the left, and they keep it on the ground. There was a keeper by Quaid again, and Marshall's saying fumble and a recovery. They were pointing the other direction. I didn't see the ball come out. Of course, there were a lot of bodies out there. Kind of tough to see anything when you've got that many bodies swarming around. It was not a fumble. But it was good defense by Marshall. That's what it was. And it's a gain of only about 3.5, 4 yards. So 4th and 10. Strax will have to punt for Markesan. And Bryce Frank goes back deep for the Marshall Cardinals, who lead it 12-8. Under 8 minutes and counting left in the third quarter. So Strax in punt formation takes the snap. Gets a running start. Gets the kick away. Frank at the 37 to the 40. Right side he goes, 45. He's to the 50 and stepping out of bounds. And actually being helped out of bounds over on the far side. But he does get in to Markesan territory at around the 48-yard line. So that's a 15-yard return. And it's going to set up Marshall in great shape. 7:35 remaining third quarter. Still a long way to go in this one. Still a tight ball game, but right now it's the Cardinals on top of the Hornets by the score of 12-8. It'll be 1st and 10 for Marshall at the Markesan. Well, they marked it actually at the 47. So 1st and 10 at the 47. And see the momentum shifting here now with Marshall in front and driving again with a short field. They give it up. First man through is Frank for busting tag. No, it's actually Campos, I believe. He gets all the way down inside the 30. It was Ramon Campos, and a flag came out at the very end of the play. But what a burst up the middle, all the way down inside the 30 to about the 28. That's going to be a gain of about 19 on the play for Campos. And let's see what the flag's all about. That came in very late. Face mask on Markesan. So that's going to tack on more yardage. So Marshall's going to get some free yardage on the face mask penalty. They will mark the ball at the 14-yard line. So Marshall now in the red zone, 1st and 10. Cardinals on the Hornet 14-yard line, leading by 4, looking to add to the lead here on this drive. Ward's under center, backs in the eye. And the give is to Campos. This time he's not going anywhere. Tried to spin up the middle. Walker was there defensively. So was Keelan Mansky. So was several other blue jerseys. 2nd and 9. They'll call it a gain of 1 to the 13. Approaching the halfway point of this third quarter. This has been a dandy of a game. Weather was a little bit less than ideal, shall we say, early on, but after that driving rain we had early, things have quieted down considerably. The wind really died down, too, in addition to that rain. On 2nd and 9, the toss goes to Frank. Left side he goes. He's to the 15. He's to the outside 10. Flag in the play. Cut back to the 5. He steps out of bounds. He was helped out of bounds, actually, by Markesan's Tyler Mast. But there is a flag on the play. Let's check it out. Holding Marshall. It's holding against the Cardinals. The penalties have been there have been a lot of frequent flags in this this game tonight. You know, but you think about Marshall can't even play at home this year. They can't even practice at home. Markesan didn't even have a scrimmage. Their first game was the first opponent had to cancel, and then they had to be thrown into a game against Lourdes Academy, a team that was within an eyelash of getting to state last year. Lost a heartbreaker last week, I should say. The Hornets did. And here are these two teams grinding it out tonight. 2nd and 19. Back of the 23 of Markesan are the Cardinals, and here's Ward rolling out to the right side. Throwing on the run, it is incomplete. He wanted to hit Frank. Frank was being chased out there defensively by Caleb Yankee. And it'll bring up 3rd and long with 6:09 to go in period number 3. Still 12-8. Right now it's Marshall with a 4-point advantage on the road here in Markesan. So the Cardinals break the huddle. And it's going to be 3rd and 19. From the Hornet 23. Here is Ward. Back to throw, being chased out of the pocket. Throws, it is caught. That's Angel Lopez Montez making the reception near the 10-yard line. He is the tight end.
Angel Lopez Montez.
He's a senior, 5'11", 175. He picked up about 11 on the play. It's going to set up 4th down and 8. Or about 7, I should say. So 4 down territory here for Marshall. 4th and about 7 from the 11-yard line of Markesan with 5:33 and counting left in the third quarter. Couple receivers to the left, one to the right. Here's Ward, ducking back under center as per usual. Back in the pocket he goes. Throws across the middle. It is incomplete.
Incomplete.
And that was intended for Denniston. Ryan Mast, the cornerback, knocked it away. And the ball's going to go over on downs to the Hornets. Oh, Mast with a huge defensive play there. And Markesan's going to get it back. 5:20 remaining third quarter. Still locked in a good one, 12-8. Marshall by 4. So on 1st and 10, Hornets go back to work here as Quaid gives it to Grams. Grams off the left side across the 15, and he's taken down shy of the 20. Good defense that time by Seachlog, the cornerback. Pretty nice pickup on first down. We'll give him a gain of 8 on the play. And a 2nd and 2 now coming up for the Hornets. But again, they're deep in their own end right now at their 19-yard line to be exact. 2nd and 2. Hornets packing it in pretty tight this time. And Quaid gives it up, and on the carry, trying to see who that was. That was Strax. Brock Strax on the carry, and boy, the going up the middle was extremely difficult. That's good Marshall defense. And it's no gain or loss. 3rd and 2. Clock ticking away here. We have 4:09 and counting left in the 3rd. Make it a 3rd and 2 for the Hornets from their own 20. Moving left to right, 3rd quarter. Quaid on the keeper. Left side he goes. Turns it upfield, and I don't know that he got it. Doesn't look like it.
Brought down by Holmes.
And he is shy. He's about a yard shy. So Markesan's going to have to punt it away. You can't risk it here, even though it's 4th and 1. You're on your own 21-yard line? No, you're not going to. I wouldn't gamble on that either. Rank back deep to receive this kick from Strax. Strax, this is a, oh, he got the kick away, but he was hit as he kicked it. Now a flag comes in as the ball went out of bounds over near the near side of the field, near the 30-yard line. It was running with it, and I wondered if it was going to be a fake for a second, and then at the last second, as contact was made, he was trying to kick it away. Let's see what we got here, but my good, punting has been an adventure tonight on both sides of the ball. And I wondered for a second, is he going to just run with it, and is it a fake? Is he going to try and pick up the first down? Well, now the referees are discussing the penalty marker. So is it running into the kicker is the call, and that's going to give Markesan a first down. Well, I tell you, that is a break for the Hornets.
1st and 10 Hornets.
So a running into the kicker penalty on Marshall. And all they would have had to do was get away from him, and they would have had really good field position. Anyways, that's new life for the Hornets. 1st and 10. Hornets on their own 26-yard line. Ball's on the left hash. And this is Quaid under center. Giving it up. Ball came loose. Who's got it? Markesan, I believe, recovered, but the ball actually came loose. It was fumbled. Now, Quaid handed it off. I just couldn't see who the ball carrier was. Markesan will play it so tight to the vest sometimes it's hard to tell who got the carry, but they retain possession. That is a break, and it's actually no gain or loss. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. It's a huge break. That's a couple of big breaks now for the Hornets. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. 2:42 and counting left in the 3rd. Mike Tronson here at Markesan High School on this chilly, wet Friday night. Anthony Kinsey is here. He's my videographer for the DailyDodge.com video stream. Cale Zomer back in the WBEV studios in Beaver Dam where it's nice and toasty. Ball came out again. There's a big pile up. Marshall's pointing, saying they got it. No signal yet. Now Marshall has it. They signal, and it's Marshall football. So the Hornets turn it over. Peterson with the recovery. He's had a huge night defensively for Marshall. And just like that, the Cardinals in business. 1st and 10 at about the Markesan 23-yard line. Just when it looked like Markesan had been handed a big break, and they turn it over. 1st and 10. Cardinals go to work again. Fairly deep in Hornet territory at the 23 with a single receiver split wide to the left. Here's Ward under center, and he'll back up in the pocket. Throw it. Right side. It is intercepted by Mast. Ryan Mast with the interception. Over on the right side of the field. Ball underthrown, and Ryan Mast out there able to pick it off and hang on as he went to the turf. Defense is aplenty here tonight. My goodness. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is Markesan's going to have it inside their own 5-yard line. And you hate to nitpick, but you almost think he probably should have just batted that down. It would have been. But anyways, they got the ball back. That's the big thing. On 1st and 10. Markesan going to keep it on the Quaid on the keeper this time as he goes straight ahead. Boy, pushing that pile out across the 10-yard line. My goodness. There's just this big pile of humanity, and it just keeps moving. And they got about 5, almost 6 yards on the play. Minute 43 and counting left in the third period. They're going to give him a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Hornets have it now at their own 8-yard line. On 2nd and 4, Quaid looks over the defense. They motion Grams. He'll take the toss. Grams breaks the tackle. Flags coming in from all directions as Grams is taken down. There was 1 flag, 2 flags. There are flags coming in from every direction. So we'll have to sort this out. And it'll stop the clock with 72 seconds remaining in the period.
Holding against the Hornets.
Holding on the Hornets. That was the indication. So let's see what they do here. Officiating crew trying to sort everything out here for the moment. Penalties decline.
Penalties decline.
So, it is 3rd down and about 6 after a loss of about 2 on that play. Markesan trying to get out of the shadow of its own goalpost here. Quaid back to throw. Launching it right down the middle, and it's caught by Grams! Out to the 30 and a 1st down, and that is the first completed pass of the season for Hayden Quaid and the Markesan Hornets, and it's a big one. The first completed pass of the season couldn't have come at a better time. Grams takes it out to the 30-yard line for a gain of 22 and a 1st down. Wow. That is huge. 43 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Hornets now on their own 30. They can breathe a little bit now. Quaid on the reverse, gives it to Grams. Left side he goes. Little misdirection play. He's up across the 35. Picked up about 5 on that play. And we'll see if they even snap it one more time or if we run down to the end of the quarter. And I think that's what's going to happen here. So, as we approach the end of the period, it's going to bring the end of the quarter up. It's going to be 12-8. Marshall leading Markesan at the end of 3. We're back for the 4th quarter after this 1-minute break on WBEV and DailyDodge.com.
If a new smile is what you're looking for, we have the answer for you. Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental, where we specialize in making people smile. We promise to take the time to get to know you so we can provide you with a custom plan to help you achieve the smile of your dreams. Our experienced team looks forward to hearing from you soon. Call us today at 623-5559.
Come to Columbus Family Dental. The people here are nice, and I trust them.
Did you know that we offer Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for doing things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card, setting up a direct deposit, and taking an e-statement. Every month is a new chance to qualify, and there's no penalty if you miss. Ask for Kasasa today. Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Please contact us for details.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. The fourth quarter is on. This is an extravaganza you won't want to miss. It's 12-8. Marshall on top of Markesan as we move to the final period. And it will be 2nd and 4 coming up for the Hornets from their own 36 as we start the fourth quarter. Again, they trail by 4, but still 12 more minutes to decide this one. For those of you listening on the radio, Markesan goes right to left as I see it in the fourth quarter. Here we go. On that second down play. The toss goes to Strax, and the flag in the play. He's going to throw it, halfback option, and it is incomplete. Now another flag comes out downfield. So we had a flag in the backfield as they ran the halfback option. And then down towards where the intended receiver was, another flag came out. So we got to sort all this out now. I'm imagining it's probably going to be offsetting penalties, one on each team. Probably interference on Marshall and probably like a hold or a block or something on Markesan that was in the backfield. So we'll have to get this straightened out. That's just my... Were both of them on Markesan? Let's see here. Okay, so they called offensive pass interference.
Offensive pass interference.
And holding. There you go. So it was a double whammy on the Hornets, so that's why I'm not in the prognostication game too often, because I'm usually wrong. I was thinking it was going to be offsetting, and no. There you go. Guys in the booth said we were right, they were wrong. There you go. All right. Anything to boost our egos, gentlemen. Anything we can do. All right. So it's now 2nd down and long. Ball's back at the 21-yard line of Markesan. They got to get out to the 40. So it's 2nd and 19. Quaid will keep it up to the near side. 25, 30, cut back 35. And he's brought down around the 35-yard line. That was Craig Ward on the stop. A nice run by Quaid that time. He gets a lot of that yardage back. And they'll mark him down at the 34-yard line.
36.
So a gain of 13. And it's now 3rd and 6. As I said, don't leave your radio or don't leave your video screen, folks. This promises to be going right down to the wire. 3rd and 6. Hornets on their own 34. And this is Quaid back there now. He's going to run with it. Steps up. 35-40. And looks like he's got enough for the first down as he's smothered down near the 43-yard line. But that's enough. By a couple of yards to spare even.
1st and 10 Hornets from their own 43.
So a nice pickup of about 8 yards and a fresh set of downs for the Hornets, who trail by 4. It's Marshall 12, Markesan 8. We're in the fourth quarter, 10:42 and counting left in the ball game. It has been a fun night. On 1st and 10. They motion Mast. He's going to take the toss. Right side he goes. Following his blocker. Across the 45, 50, 45. And he's out of bounds on the far side of the field. Another first down. So the nice play there, Ryan Mast on the carry.
1st and 10 from their own 44.
It's going to set up Markesan in Marshall territory. 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 44-yard line. And the toss this time goes to Grams. Left side he comes. Breaks one tackle, and he gets tripped up right near the line of scrimmage. Doesn't look like he's going to get any gain or loss on the play. Yep, so it's 2nd and 10.
2nd 10.
Now just under 10 minutes remaining in the game. Clock ticking away. 12-8. Marshall leads, Markesan driving. On 2nd and 10. With the ball in the near hash. They give us to Strack. Straight ahead, he's going to be taken down. Fumble on the play, and Marshall, did they recover? No. So Strack's on the carry.
Recovered by Ward.
Oh, Ward did get it. I beg your pardon. So Marshall does recover the fumble, and they're going to have the ball on their own 40. I beg your pardon. So a turnover, and it's Marshall ball with 9:38 remaining. And now the Markesan defense needs to come up with something big. Keep them in the game, give them a chance to come back here in a little bit. This is Ward handing it to Frank. Left side he goes. 40, 45, east of the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, down the sideline. Steps out of bounds with some help. Strax ushered him out of bounds. But Frank, big run for Bryce Frank. All the way into Markesan territory. They're going to put him at the 28-yard line. 32 yards on the run. And 1st and 10 Cardinals. Well, that's exactly what Markesan didn't want to see there, giving up a big play like that. 1st and 10 now. Cardinals on the horn at 28. Backs in the I formation. Ward surveys the defense. Fakes the handoff. Straight ahead running. Inside the 25. Inside the 20. And down he goes near the 15. That time a keeper by Ward. And Strax was there on the defensive side, but it's another 1st down. Ball now down around the 16-yard line. That was a gain of 12 on that last play. Marshall leading by 4, looking to add to the lead with 9:05 to go in the game and counting. 1st and 10. Cardinals on the horn at 17 and whistles. And we have a flag down on the near side of the field. A false start on Marshall.
Cardinals.
So, it will be 1st and 15. Ball back now at the 22-yard line. Clock running with under 9 minutes to play. Same formation, backs in the I. Ward's under center, and we'll give it to Frank. Frank,
the ball carrier.
Spinning off the left side, is taken down. Walker was there for some good defense for the Hornets. And that limits the damage to only about a 2-yard pickup. Second and 13 from the 20.
2nd 13 Cardinals.
On 2nd down. A handoff.
Frank, the ball carrier.
And Frank, the ball carrier, gets stuffed right near the line of scrimmage. Well, I love it when it's cold out like this. You look out there on the field right now, you can look in through my binoculars, I can see the breath of the players, and that makes me think of those videos of the Ice Bowl and the Packers and where you could see every breath that those players took. Well, it's not that cold here tonight, but it's cold. You You can kind of see the breath out there of these players. Here is Ward to throw. Rolling to the right. Running, and he's run down. Tackled by Walker. Jaden Walker's having a night. He has made some big stops defensively tonight for the Hornets, who called his name a few times. He's come up big. And it's 4th and 14. Now, this is 4-down territory here, one would think, for the Cardinals. Yes, it is. I mean, they're on the 21-yard line. So they're going to go for it, but this is, like I said, Markesan's big chance here to get the ball back with no further damage done. They'd still be within 4 points, and 6:54 to go in the game. Big 4th down, trips to the left, single receiver to the right, Campos the lone setback. 4th and 14 for Marshall. Ward trying to get him to jump, still trying to get him to jump, and that's what they were trying to do, and Markesan did not jump. And Marshall calls a timeout. That's just great discipline by the Hornets on the defensive side, because you could tell right away they had no intention of snapping that football, and Markesan did not bite on that one. So a timeout for Marshall with 6:43 remaining in the game. Marshall still leading by the score of 12-8. And boy, hasn't this been a good one tonight. This has been fun with a capital F. F-U-N, fun. And that brings me back to the old story. I forget who told me that years ago. They said, why is a football shaped the way it is? Anybody, you guys know in the booth here why a football is shaped the way it is? The answer is F-U-N, fun, because when that thing hits the ground, you don't know where it's going or what it's going to do. And I forget who told me that story, but that's true, isn't it? I mean, it's yeah, there you go. All right, that's true, folks. F-U-N, fun. And if you think if you don't agree with that, well, I tried. Here we go on 4th down. Ward looking to throw. Off his back foot towards the end zone. It is intercepted, I believe. Yes, in the end zone. It was picked off.
Intercepted by Yankee.
Yankee in the end zone with the pick. And that is huge as the Hornets stand their ground defensively. They're still down 4, but they're getting the ball back out at the 20 with 6:33 to go. They still have all 3 of their timeouts. This game is far from over. Marshall in front. Markesan gets it back. 1st and 10. Hornets on their own 20, moving right to left, late in the ball game. Quaid on the keeper is not going anywhere.
Quaid on the keeper.
And the usual suspects again there for the Marshall Cardinals.
Help from Bello.
Luis Bello was there, so was Devontae Holmes. Holmes, I believe, had the initial hit, and Bello helped finish him off. Luis Bello, a defensive end, a junior, 6'3", 195. It's a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Hornets on their own 19. Under 6 minutes to go. We're halfway through the 4th quarter. Here's Quaid. On 2nd down, back to throw. Steps up. Runs, and he's taken down. And that was Holmes and Peterson. And that's a pickup of 2 yards. A short pickup of 2 and a 3rd and 9 for Markesan from their own 21. Marshall defense clamping down here, clinging to that 4-point lead with 5:19 to go in the ball game. Third and 9 for the Hornets from their own 21. Single wides to each side. And Quaid throws to the near side. It is in. It's complete. Caught by Walker. Across the 35 out to the 37. There was a defender hanging all over him, trying to wrestle the ball away. And how in the heck did Walker hang on to that football? That was incredible. What a catch And a first down, a badly needed first down for the Hornets. Are you kidding me? Wow, Walker's had a big night defensively, but how about that on offense? 1st and 10, Hornets on their own 37. Outstanding ball game tonight, both sides. Quaid throwing again. Down the field, it is incomplete, almost intercepted by Denniston. It was intended, I believe, for Logan Slate. But no harm done as the ball hits the carpet. 2nd and 10. The clock is stopped with 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in this one. Marshall 12, Markesan 8. Marshall in front, Markesan driving.
2nd and 10 Hornets.
So back at the 37 where it's 2nd and 10. And the toss goes to Grams, left side, and he cannot turn the corner. And that was Holmes there to take him down. And it's no gain or loss, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 Hornets.
A big, big 3rd down here coming up. Markesan's trailing 4. Time is starting to tick away. If you don't convert here, boy, with the time that's left, boy, I almost think you maybe go for it depending on the situation, I guess. But let's see what happens on 3rd down. Quaid back to throw, steps up, and he's hit, and he gets away from a tackler, stiff arms another man across the 40, runs out of bounds up near the 43-yard line. It looked like they had him dead to rights in the backfield, and he just got out of the grasp of the defender, and he turned nothing into something on that play.
4th and 4.
It's 4th and 4 after a gain of about 6, but like I said, at this point, you've got to go for it. I mean, time is running out. You've got all 3 of your timeouts, but I think this is the right call here if you're Coach John Dunleavy. You go for it. 4th and 4 from your own 43. Let's see what they got in the bag of tricks here. Big 4th down. This could be the game, or go a long way in determining it. Quaid's under center. On 4th down and 4. He goes back. A little quick drop, throws. It is caught. And the hook and ladder. They get it to Grams for the first down. Slate with the reception and the quick lateral to Grams. They run the hook and ladder, and it works. 1st and 10. Hornets have it in Marshall territory, down to the 42. Didn't I just say what's in the bag of tricks? That was in the bag of tricks. They pull out the hook and ladder. We don't see that too often, but it worked to perfection. That was executed beautifully. 1st and 10, Hornets on the Marshall 43. Here's Quaid ducking under center. Quick drop, throws near side. It is going to be incomplete off the hands of Jaden Walker near the 24-yard line. There was outstanding coverage out there. There's a flag down. The defender who was with him was Siegelag. And we've got a penalty on Marshall. Pass interference on Marshall. Wow, what a turn of events here. With 3:16 to go in this ball game. Do not leave your radio. Do not leave your computer screen or your phone. I told you this was going down to the wire. The ball is placed at the 28-yard line of Marshall, where it's 1st and 10 for the Hornets. It's 12-8. Marshall leading by 4, 3:16 to go, but Markesan driving to try and take the lead. 1st and 10, Hornets on the Cardinal 28. Keeper by Quaid. Fake the handoff up the middle. Inside the 20-yard line. Quaid faked the handoff. He kept it. Nice run for Quaid. It's another first down. They'll mark it at the 15. That's a 13-yard pickup. Ball just shy of the 15-yard line. 3 minutes to go. 1st and 10. Hornets trailing by 4. And now a timeout. Wow. Timeout. Cardinals with 2:56 to go. And we will keep it right here. This is some kind of game, folks. This has been just outstanding. Watching these two teams go at it here tonight. You know, if those of you that are Markesan fans, if you tuned in a couple of weeks ago to the game when they played at Lourdes Academy, you know, they took a pretty good beating that night. And I said, folks, don't panic. I said, this team is better than they're showing tonight. They're playing a really good team, a really good opponent. I said, just give them a little time. They didn't have a scrimmage. They hadn't played a game to that point. I said, that's a tough schedule to open up the season with. And just in a few short weeks, look at how far they've come. 1st and 10. We'll call it the 16-yard line. 2:56 to go in the game. 12-8, Marshall by 4. But a 1st and 10 for the Hornets at the Marshall 16. And here is the give to Strack straight ahead, and there's not much room there. And they whistle the play dead. We'll see where forward progress puts him, maybe a yard or two. Marshall, by the way, down to one timeout remaining. So we'll see how this goes here, but Markesan keeping it on the ground. If they can, run a few more plays here, if they score, they're not going to leave Marshall that much time remaining. 2nd and 9 after a gain of 1. Ball's on the Marshall 15. Quaid looks over the defense. The toss goes to Strax. Left side. Dragged down, flag on the play. Siedschlag brought him down for a loss. There's a flag down. And we'll have to get the call here once more. Holding on Markesan. Oh, that hurts Markesan. That hurts if you're the Hornets. Marshall liking that. With 2:08 left. So they will mark it back at the 26-yard line. Second and 20, back at the 26-yard line. So Quaid back to throw. Pressure coming. Throws. It is going to be picked off. Intercepted. Denniston. And there was really no defender in the vicinity. He had to rush that throw and throw off his back foot because the pressure was coming. And Denniston was there to pick that off. With 1:47 remaining. Now, the game is not over because Markesan still with all 3 of its timeouts. So if they can force a 3 and out, they would get the ball back. $1:47 remaining. So the game is not necessarily over, but the task just got a little bit harder for the Markesan Hornets. It's 1st and 10. The Cardinals have it on their own 2-yard line. They're backed up. They'll keep it on the ground, of course. The pile going forward. And on the carry was Ward, I believe. Yeah.
Ward on the keeper.
Ward on the keeper that time. Pushed his way out to the 5, maybe the 6, and Markesan immediately going to call timeout. As I said, this is where having all your timeouts remaining is going to help. Because Marshall obviously wants to keep it on the ground, keep that clock running. But if the Hornets can force that 3 and out, we're going to set up a wild finish. So we'll keep it here. Again, our video stream sponsors tonight include Columbus Family Dental and Ergo Bank in Markesan. Tonight's game also brought to you by Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, Bayside Supper Club, and Lidkey Motors. Again, a reminder that next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, October 24th, we have more high school football on the DailyDodge.com video stream as the Fall River Rio Rebels will travel to Johnson Creek. That'll be a 4 o'clock start, and we'll have it on the DailyDodge.com video stream. Wade Bates will have the play-by-play, 3:45 pregame. And then 2 weeks from tonight, October 30th, we're back here in Markesan where the Hornets will host Dodgeland, 7 o'clock kickoff. I'll have the play-by-play that night for you on Daily Dodge and WBEV. 2nd and 6 after a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for the Cardinals on their own 6-yard line. Again, they'll keep it on the ground, and keeper again for Ward. And I don't think he got anything. And a quick timeout once again for Markesan. That's their second timeout of the half. It'll leave them with one remaining. Each team with one timeout remaining. We have 1 minute and 29 seconds left to play in the game. So here's our reset. It's 12-8. Marshall leading Markesan by 4. When we come off the timeout, it's 3rd and 6 for Marshall at their own 6. If Markesan can force the, make the stop, they'll get the ball back. They'll have one timeout if they choose to, unless they choose to use it right away. And they'll have, anywhere between a minute or a little more than that to try and punch in the winning score. Here's the big play right now. 3rd and 6. Cardinals on their own 6. Markesan looking for the big defensive stop. Ward's under center. Takes the snap. Gives it up. Left side and out. And getting the first down is Frank. Bryce Frank just put it away for Marshall. They gave it to Frank. He's the workhorse, and he picks up the first down when they needed it most. The ball is at the 13-yard line where it's 1st and 10. Wow. So Frank delivers. And right now, Ward and Marshall just watching that time tick away, taking their own sweet time before snapping the ball. And there's the knee. And will Markesan use that last timeout? They have not called it. Now they did. So Markesan will use its last timeout. But again, they're out of timeouts. 42 seconds left to play in the ball game. Markesan out of timeouts. Marshall with a 2nd and 10 from their own 13. All they got to do is take another kneel down. And this one will be in the books. But what an entertaining game. I mean, these two teams tonight, folks, have battled tooth and nail. And just hats off to these two squads. I mean, they put on a show here tonight. This game was in doubt until the very end. And this is just good, entertaining high school football. And, it's, right now we, if this has been a distraction for you with all the stuff going on in the world right now, boy, I tell you what, this fit the bill, didn't it? What a game. Marshall's going to escape, and I do mean escape tonight with their 4th win. So another knee here to end this thing. And there it is. So the final seconds will tick off. Marshall is going to stay undefeated on the season. They just need to take one more knee, actually. Markesan can't stop it. And there it is. So Marshall's going to go to 4-0. And this one was a heck of a lot closer than their first 3, but they get the job done. 4-0. And unfortunately, and it's not for lack of effort, Markesan dropping to 0-3 on their season. Final score here in Markesan. The Marshall Cardinals 12 and the Markesan Hornets 8. We will step aside. We will come back and we'll wrap it up on our postgame report right after this 3-minute break. We'll take a 3-minute break and we're back right after this on 1430 WBEV and DailyDodge.com.
My dentist cares about me.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster. At Columbus Family Dental, we care about you and your entire family. We're here to provide comprehensive, convenient care for you and your loved ones in a comfortable, laid-back environment. Whether you need braces for the kids or cosmetic work for yourself, we're here waiting for you. Call us today at 623-5559 to set up your no-pressure, free consultation to see if we're the right fit for you.
Did you know that we offer Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for doing things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card, setting up a direct deposit, and taking an e-statement. Every month is a new chance to qualify, and there's no penalty if you miss. Ask for Kasasa today. Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Please contact us for details.
As a locally owned bank, Farmers and Merchants Union Bank employees are involved with the community and make a positive impact. You'll see us helping at local events or serving with community organizations. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank is also proud to be a financial innovator, offering products and customer service to meet all your banking needs. With the latest in digital banking technology, we provide safe anytime access to your banking accounts on any mobile device. Check us out today at fmub.bank or stop into one of our 6 convenient locations. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Wisconsin high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a Wisconsin high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
And we welcome you back inside the booth here at Markesan High School. Mike Tronson with you on the post-game show. This was a dandy, our high school football game of the week, and it goes down to the wire. Final score, the Marshall Cardinals knock off the Markesan Hornets in a tight one. The Cardinals 12 and the Hornets 8. Markesan, not for lack of effort, but they go to 0-3 on the year. Marshall improves to a perfect 4-0. And if they weren't ranked already, I wouldn't be surprised to see Marshall cracking into some of the rankings here coming up in this next week after what we've seen here tonight and what they've done over the first couple of weeks. But let's recap this one for you. Again, the scoring summary, there wasn't a lot, obviously, but it didn't make this game any less entertaining. We started with an absolute bang. On the opening kickoff, Marshall's Bryce Frank returned the kickoff 77 yards for a touchdown. The extra point was no good, but 11 seconds into the game was already 6-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Well, they didn't score again for quite a while because they didn't score again the rest of the half. Markesan actually got on the board with 2:09 to play in the first period when it was Blaze Grams taking it in from 23 yards out. He also ran in a 2-point conversion. Just like that, it was 8-6 Markesan, and it stayed that way until the third quarter. And the only other scoring play the rest of the game was that one in the third quarter when Marshall scored. It was Bryce Frank hauling in a 51-yard touchdown pass from Craig Ward. The 2-point conversion failed, but it was 12-8 Marshall at that point, and there was no more scoring the rest of the game. So 12-8, your final, as Marshall improves to 4-0. Some final individual stats. These are unofficial, but it gives you an idea. For the victorious Marshall Cardinals, Craig Ward in the passing department was completed 4 of 12 passes for 62 yards, and he also had 2 picks in the game. On the ground, it was Ramon Campos, 4 rushes for 26 yards. Ward, 7 for 14. Bryce Frank, he was the workhorse. We talked about him. 15 carries for 90 yards. He also caught 2 passes for 56 yards, including that big game-winning touchdown that came in the third quarter. For Markesan, it was Hayden Quaid in the passing department, 2 of 4 for 40 yards. He rushed 16 times for 24 yards. Micah Crocked, before he left the game with an injury, 14 for 34 on the ground. Blaze Graham's 8 rushes for 44 yards tonight for the Hornets. And, I mentioned Micah Crocked left the game with an injury, and also Caleb Stoll left the game early on for Markesan. So that's going to be the big question right now for the Hornets is the health of those two players. We don't know, obviously, how they're doing, but we hope that they are okay and going to be available here again real soon for Markesan. But this was just an outstanding high school football game. Two teams really going tooth and nail at it. Again, I hope it was a nice distraction for all of you folks listening at home or watching the video stream. Certainly, this did not lack for drama at all as we went right down to the wire. So again, looking ahead for these two squads, you look for Marshall. They are at Partyville next Friday night, 7 p.m. And then in 2 weeks on October 30th, they're at Eustisford to take on the Horicon Eustisford Co-op at 7 o'clock. And then Friday night, November 6th, would be the final night of the abbreviated regular season. That game would be on the road at Waterloo, 7 o'clock. Ahead for Markesan, they're on the road at Waterloo next week, 7 o'clock start. And then 2 more home games to wrap it up in the regular season, October 30th and November 6th. We're going to have both of them on the dailydodge.com video stream and also simulcasting on 1430 WBEV. Friday night, the 30th, Dodgeland Trojans are here at 7 o'clock. And on November 6th, Palmyra Eagle will come in to town. Our next broadcast actually comes up next week, Saturday, October 24th. Wade Bates will be back in the saddle. He'll have the action for you next week, Saturday at 4 p.m. when the Rio Fall River Rebels travel to Johnson Creek. That game was changed. They changed the date and they changed the location of it. We'll have it on the dailydodge.com video stream. Next week, Saturday, 4 o'clock, is kickoff time for that. And, of course, we also want to thank our sponsors that made this broadcast possible here tonight. Our video stream sponsors are Ergo Bank in Markesan and Columbus Family Dental. Tonight's game has also been brought to you by Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, Bayside Supper Club, and Lid Key Motors. This was a fun one. Final score again, Marshall 12, Markesan 8, and that is going to wrap it up here from Markesan High School. And again, I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Again, my friends, please stay safe and healthy. That's my wish for you during these trying times that we live in. I hope you're all safe and healthy. I want to thank Cale Zomer, my engineer back at the 1430 studios, and I want to thank Anthony Kinsey. He's my videographer on site tonight here for the dailydodge.com video stream. For Cale, for Anthony, Mike Tronson saying so long from Markesan. This has been a WBEV and dailydodge.com sports presentation. Good night, everybody.